Hello and welcome to Geekatplay Studio Tutorials. In this tutorial, we'll look how to animate materials. Materials as the properties of the object can be also animated inside the view by using timeline. Also, if you have a little bit more questions about materials and we also cover some animations, check our tutorials, the complete guide of the view on materials that is available to free view on our website. So right here we have our sphere. And let's open timeline on the bottom. The couple in things kind of you notice, and it may help you when you start adding materials. So here, example, if I go ahead, add keyframe to my object, which is add keyframe to all properties, and I'm going to move to 1 second, and I will add another keyframe. So on the first keyframe, we have it maybe this material. We go to the last, and I want to change the material maybe to chrome. The one thing when you start moving, you notice we actually don't change material replacing globally through everything. And the reason is why, because if we go ahead, so let me close spine, we look on the materials, it does not create it actually keyframe for our material. And even I going inside the middle, click keyframe, add keyframe, I cannot add material keyframe at this point. Sometimes you may have this problem, and it's actually resolved this. It's easy. Let's go to last frame. Okay, we'll go to our object, we'll open, and all what you need to do, just slightly modify any properties you wanted, and it's ask if you want to add automatically animated materials. Let's click OK on this. Or even can reset back to 1. So now you notice we have a timeline or a keyframe added to our materials. So at this point, if I'm going to beginning and I will switch to one material and I will go to the last frame. So material doesn't change. You can notice right here, we're actually changing our material. In some cases, how the view apply materials, it's applied the blending of the one material over another. Okay, so if we want to animate like rust going over from top to bottom, we actually need to use the function editor to do this. And how to use the function editor in animations, we'll look in next tutorials. At this point, we'll just look how to simple applying the animation of blending materials in a timeline. Okay, the other things is kind of to notice, even right here, we have only one kind of keyframe for the materials. The keyframe is applied to all properties of the material. So let's go to ours and we'll just load it. Basic material. I'll go to last and replace same. So it seems like it's same material, but what I was meaning by all properties, if we're going inside and modify highlights, let's go set something more visible. So right here, we're also going and maybe add bumps. We'll just select any of them. Okay, so here's one properties. And you notice when we start moving to other ones, the properties is changing. So at this point, we have it no bumps apply or anything. So the keyframe material will apply to all of material. So our highlights doesn't display it. We can go ahead, switch this maybe to shiny green. Okay. And you notice as we start going, okay, it starts changing to different ones. So again, the materials, it's have a couple tricks, and kind of you need to understand, if you understand how it's work, it will help you. Example, I did modify some highlights, but again, if you're using on the last frame, it may not accept it, so you need kind of repeating. And the some properties won't be actually blended into. They will be just a replace of that point, so it will be more as linear change than a smooth kind of transition. So let's add keyframe right here. Go to modify something else. Okay, so we'll have our change. Here we'll go to the middle. Okay, let's preview this one. You notice it's not blending. So how I said before, it is some cases the properties may work the way as a switch is not blending. So as long you kind of understand, you can navigate and create your work around this problem. So let's do this way. Next, we'll go inside the materials. As well, we can apply transparency. And one thing which is actually help you with the sieve smoothness, if it does create additional keyframe on material timeline, it means that property will be tracked and a smoother transition between. So again, right here we're increasing our transparency and decreasing again. Okay, so let's do kind of small animation, and I want to just do preview. We'll just name it okay, so here we have it rendering our animation, and after it's complete we'll just preview our files and see how the materials was modified in a time. Okay, so right here it's finished our animation, and let's preview. And you can see we set only 1 second, so it's going very fast. But you notice how we change some highlights, we change transparency, and some other material properties. So again, working with materials take a little bit more experience, but as long you can animate almost any properties, and if you don't accept animation during the our timeline, almost any properties can be animated through the function editor. Okay, again, thank you for watching this tutorial from Geekatplay Studio. Please remember to visit us on the web at www.geekatplay.com.